Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, and welcome. I was speaking before about having some disk drives that were kind of dirty, and they are still much the same. Oh, hello, Sheldon. It's funny, every time I press record, there must be a little signal that goes off and tells Sheldon that he should come here. Sheldon is a lovely cat. Yes, hello, Sheldon. Come on, okay, there you go. Go on, go find Penny. No, don't jump up and knock things down, please. Sheldon. Sheldon, I'm not going to get it. Oh, hi. I'm not going to get anything done. Okay, Sheldon, no. Oh, Sheldon. Oh, Sheldon. Sheldon has now progressed. Oh. And he was climbing up on a pile of dual disk drives that are, of course, much older than he. Okay, Sheldon. Okay, Sheldon. Yes. Okay. Nice kitty. Sheldon, I've got to work on this 1541. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. Sheldon, you're going to go find Penny? You're going to go find Penny? Okay. I know, Sheldon. Okay, no, Sheldon. Oh, Sheldon. Oh, okay, no, Sheldon, I'm not going to drop you. No, I'm not. I am going to set you down, no. I'll put you on the disk drives. Okay, nice kitty. I know, okay. Way you go. Way you go. Oh. Thank you, Sheldon. Thank you for being here. I think I'm going to just turn on another light here. Okay. Sheldon, okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, Sheldon, go see Penny. Go see Penny, thank you. Oh yes, what was I going to do here? I have in front of me a bunch of discs that I've been going through to see what's what. But also, as I was looking at my frame here, because in photography or videography or anything at all, it is important to pick a good frame. Oh dear. And I have found, oh dear, look, some screws, that at this second, this monitor is not helping my frame. It happens to be a monochrome green Comrex video monitor from way back when, which was quite wonderful if hooked up to something in the 8-bit variety that had 80 columns, for which a 1701 or 1702 just was not happening. I mean, you could do it, it just didn't look good. But on the green monitor it looked quite fine. Anyway, I found it was getting in the way here. So, what I'm about to do is, I have a disc here. Shouldn't blow on disk. Anyway, this is Pac Man. And yesterday, or some other day before today, I had it up and running. Oh dear. This monitor. Oh, cords. Cords are a beautiful thing. They love to get wrapped up in other cords. Oh. Can make life interesting, perhaps even dangerous. Anyway, that monitor is gone. I found underneath it there are some screws. I don't know what they came from, but I'll figure that out sometime. Or, of course, if I was smart, I'd just throw them out. Because it really doesn't matter. Anyway, so I was doing stuff with this disk and disk drive, or one of the 5 disk drives that seem to have mostly stopped working for me. This one is the 1541-2. I'm about to... You just saw me turn it on. You should never, of course, attach anything to anything when it's on. You know what? In all the years, I've never had anything bad happen when I plug a serial cable into the back of a 1541 with the power on. So I'm just going to try. Oops. In the old days, we had to load the directory, so it's load, quote, $, quote, comma, 8, and I will see what happens. Okay, so, it's not happening. Shocking. So now I will turn it off. I will unplug the power supply, I will unplug the the serial cable, and I will turn this over. I like the 1541-2 because I always figured the other drives got too hot because the power supply was inside there, and they finally got to the point where they took it out. Anyway, so using a Phillips screwdriver, I'm going to take out the screws and very carefully set them on top of the 1701 monitor over there with the other screws that I don't know what they are, but I'm not going to set them right with them. There are 4 screws, I think. There should be 4. There are 4 holes for screws. Okay. So, there's number 3. Oh, by the way, it's probably not the best thing, but this screwdriver has a magnetized head to help get the screws out. Might not be the best thing to have around here. Oh well. So, there's the top. Part number 353412-01. And inside is... oh. Some sort of something. Could be some sort of hair. Anyway, I don't think it's keeping the head from spinning, but it certainly shouldn't be there. But you never know the last time anything like this was opened. So now I will do something which may be helpful. I've often heard people talk about, you know, what to do. Anyway, I have rubbing alcohol. And I have a Q-tip. So I will generously apply the rubbing alcohol. Then, to prevent disaster, I will put the lid back on with some vigor. And then I will very carefully, and you know what, even though I don't have my reading glasses, which I didn't need, I think I can almost see some darkness on here that shouldn't be. Meaning the head has some corrosion or dirt or something, probably from a disc. I mean, oftentimes when working on some of the drives, after I've done something like that, I'll take the Q-tip and sort of run it around on some of the other dusty surfaces. Okay, so, oh, Sheldon is back. Hello, Sheldon. No, we're not talking now. No, we're not talking now. No, we're not. No, I have a disk drive apart here. I do. Hi. Yes, I know. You've come to watch the 1541 come to life? I hope. Now, I should put the top back on, but I'm not going to at this moment. And I don't know how long it takes this alcohol to, go away. So I'm going to very carefully, making sure the witness mark is in the right thing, put the power connector back in, take the serial cable, plug it into one of the two slots, it really doesn't matter which one. I'm going to turn this back on. So, it is connected. The head supposedly has been freshly sanitized. And I will move up so I do not have to once again type in load, quote, $, quote, comma, 8, and I will hit return. And it says file not found. Oh dear. Grand. So, I'm going to try, there's another thing you can do with 1541s. Hello, Sheldon. Thank you. No, thank you. Don't knock those discs down, please. There's another thing, a command that can be issued, which will kind of force the drive to sort of reset and such. Hello, Sheldon. Oh dear, the phone. Hi. Hello, Sheldon. Hello. Yes. Please don't come up here. No, don't come up here, please. No, don't come up here, please. Anyway, so that disc is still not working, although it did yesterday at some point. But, these things are old. So, I'm going to take a Commodore Model 1541 test demo disc, and I'm going to stick it in here. And I'm going to try again. So it beeps, it bangs, it's still flashing. Great. I'm going to try and load the directory. It will not. Alright, now I'm going to try something else that probably, Sheldon, I need to move here, that will probably make no difference and should make no difference. I'm going to unplug this 64, put it up here, plug in the power, always making sure it's the right way up, and also in this case I always make sure the power switch is off, which it's off. And I'm going to put the monitor in, and I'm going to put the disk drive cable in, and I'm going to turn it on. Whole other 64. And the error light continues to flash. So I'm going to try the little force thing here. That does not work. The chances of hearing Pac Man are not going well at this moment. I'm going to turn the drive off. Complete reset. And no, there's nothing about the case being off that would do this. I'm going to go over here just for a moment. Sorry, just out of view. I have the same disc. I have in front of me, but you can't see, an 8296. It's a magical, beautiful machine. They call it one of the Porsche models. Anyway, I have it hooked up to a 4040, a dual drive for the PET, and I look in the directory on that. Loads up just fine. So that disk is fine, but this disk drive will not read it. So I'll try one more time. Oh. One more time. Everything has been reset. I know the disk is good because it reads over there. Okay, so That didn't go well. So, now I'm going to disconnect the serial cable and try and figure out which, oh there it is, the second drive on this pile is now connected. I'm going to take the model 1541 test demo disc. I'm going to pop it in. I'm going to try and load the directory. No. I will try to force it. Telling it to initialize this disk, it still does nothing. This is somewhat disturbing. And it's not getting us to Pac Man any sooner. So I'm going to unplug. Just, you know what, when it comes to troubleshooting, eliminate things and try something else. So I just have to go around to where I have cables hanging. And I'm going to try a different serial cable. It makes no sense that this would make any difference because I've never had a bad serial cable ever. Is that one? Nope. I have a lot of cables over here. Okay. Here is one. But you never know, you know, as they say. So what I'm going to do here is put on this other cable and see, because I did have another one, a gray one. The color is irrelevant though, that I was using. But I was still having similar difficulties. But I switched to this black one because I wanted to test it. And I think it worked. I don't remember exactly. So I'm going to reset everything here. But this one, it did have a funny bend to it here at the end. Like it had been maybe forced up behind a wall or something. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, I'm going to see if that makes any difference at all. No. Nothing. There is that phone again. Alright, so just because it's easy, well, it probably won't make any difference. I'm going to take and plug back into the top drive 1541-2. Maybe I didn't give the alcohol enough time to dry, but I don't think that's the case. I'll try again. Nope. That didn't work. So, just for fun, I'm going to move all the cables down one drive. I'm going to go to the middle of the 5. It's funny, they all were at one point working. Very strange. And I don't think there's any grand magnetic force around here. Let's see what happens with this one. Well, it's fighting a little bit. Oh, it's still flashing. So the command I'm using is open 15, 8, 15, quote, I0, colon, close 15, because if I don't close it, it'll still be open. And this is once again on the test demo disk. And it's testing, or it's beating the head, and it's flashing, which of course means it's not going to work. Oh, dear, 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 dear. So, I'm going to turn that drive off. By the way, this was supposed to be a short thing. I could show you a little Pac Man. Oh, it's not going so well. Alright, so we'll go down one more. This is one of the white, well, off-white 1541s. And it does not wish to load the directory either. I will try and force it. It's still flashing. It's still flashing. Alright then, so... fifth time is a charm. So we'll turn that drive off. You may have heard this before. And we'll move the cable down. And we'll take the power cord. And move the power cord down. And we'll turn it on. The disc is in. And the answer is no. This one has a different sound to it. You know, way down beneath me here is a great big monitor. I'm sure it's not making any difference. But it just seems a little funny how everything has stopped working here. The monitor is not turned on, but you know, they have big magnets in them. I'm going to try something that will make no difference at all. Shouldn't, but when all else fails, what the hell. So I'm moving the disk drive way over here, away from the pile. It's on. It's now in front of the monitor, which if anything would cause it more trouble, it does the same. I will force it to initialize, not format, but initialize. And it does exactly the same. Ugh. Remember Pac Man. So I'm going to look around here for a second. Because I'm sure, very sure, that here I have another 1541 disk drive. This one is white, off-white, yellowed. I have not had it going for some time, but I'm also not. All these other ones were working. Let's see, if I turn it on, it does what it should. Oh. Do not try and plug the power connector from a 1541-2 into the serial port of the disk drive. I did not really try to do that, but in just grabbing cables, I did sort of somewhat ponder it. So here, there's the test demo disk. Here is another drive, a sixth 1541. I have not tried it in a long time. I will try and load the directory. it loaded. I will force it to initialize. It did. Notice it did not bang the heads. So if I load this, the directory again, I see it's got all kinds of stuff, everything loaded fine, life is good. Now, why do the drives keep on stopping on me? I don't know. I have heard there can be corrosion. Look. It's Pac Man, made by Thunder Mountain in 1983. So this disc is 35 years old. And that's funny, on the back side, I can see little signs of wear. Anyway, we'll see if this disc, endgame, will work. In typical fashion, I'm going to attempt what kind of became the norm. Oh dear. Which was load, quote, asterisk, quote, comma, 8, comma, 1. And as you can hear, that didn't go so well. So I'll try and load the directory on this. And it will not. And I will try and get it through the initialize command to read it, force it to have a go at the directory. And it will not. It continues to flash. I will try the directory one more time. It will not. I did have this working. I did. Anyway, now just for fun, let's put the test demo disc back in. And now it won't read either. Let me turn it all off. We'll try again. And now it won't read. So obviously, something is amiss. Does not feel hot. I'm going to turn off. Oops, sorry. No. I'm going to turn off this monitor in a second. Nope. Make no difference. I did that because I remember there was one time, you know, people like to put their disk drives on top of the monitors. The monitors send out lots of, you know, magnetism. You know, I'm going to turn off the 8296. It will not make this. Oh, there's the 4040 chirping. This will make no difference. So much for Pac Man. Alright. You know what? I had hoped to be able to show you how quick and magical it is and easy it is to clean the head and have something work. Didn't work. I guess the one thing I can do before I say that I've had enough for now, show you how to. But sadly, I suspect some of you who, there's a hair in the disk drive. Some of you who tinker may know what this pain of having these old things not work so well, you might know what this is like. I'm going to have another go at the head on this little drive. And then I'm going to leave it be for a while. It's a beautiful sound. So now, because I have this thing on the screen here, I know you can't see it, I'm going to write a little program here, which is basically the same as the initialize. It is the initialize. Open 15, 8, 15, quote, I0, quote, colon, close 15. Then I'm going to ask the computer to count to 100,000. How do I do that? I put in for I equals 1 to 100,000, colon, next, I. In line 30, I'm going to say, go to 10. So now, with the test demo disk in, it did not work. Great. But now, oh, I have made a syntax error in line 20. Oh, I forgot. For I equals 1, the word 2, T-O. Right, typo. Alright, I'll try that again. It will not read. Say if anybody knows what's going on here. Please write to me. I'm going to take, this is the power cord for the 1541-2. I'm going to put it back in. I'm going to turn it on. Oh, I still have a syntax here. For I, oh. Alright, let's see if I got that right. Anyway, I'm also switching drives. I will run. It didn't do the error thing. Maybe I let the alcohol dry enough. Maybe it's because I took the second end of the Q-tip and I sort of dried off the head thing. Interesting. Well, that gives me some hope. Now, I can almost hear you all out there saying, don't do it. But I really wanted you to at least hear the Pac Man music. Anyway, I'm going to, with a freshly cleaned head, and everything reset, just so, I'm going to see if this disc will read. Oh my God, it did. And it says Pac Man. So I'm going to do the typical load, quote, asterisk, quote, comma 8, comma 1. And then file not found. Oh, we were so close. And I bet you now, the directory will not load. I do not understand this, because it did. It worked yesterday. I was sort of playing it. I do see a lot of wear and tear marks on the bottom of the disc. Well, there's just one thing to do. I don't think I want to try that disc anymore. Now I'm going to put the test demo disc back in. You know, this was supposed to be short. I am sorry. This was supposed to be, hey, look at this, I can clean a head. I can get it to work. Now this won't work. Alright. You may have seen this before. You take a bottle of alcohol. Oh, sorry, not alcohol. Rubbing alcohol compound. You carefully take the Q-tip, dip it in there, put the lid back on. I really don't want to know what, I mean, this stuff doesn't smell nice as it is. I don't want to have it all over the place. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to twirl a little twirl, do a little dance, anything that's on. Now I'm going to turn the Q-tip around, and I'm going to dry it off. I'm not going to blow on it, tempting as that might be. So, if there's any microscopic stuff, it should be gone. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to take my 1541 test demo disc, which I know works, and I'm going to say, hello, quote, $ quote, comma 8, and it's loading. Excellent. So now, just because I can, sorry about the Pac Man. I'm going to load a little program called Performance Test. Oh dear. Well, I thought I was. Oh. There it goes. And then, some of you may remember this. A few marks on there as well. Then I'm going to come over to where I've been testing a disc. On the 4040. Ah. And I'm going to put it in here. And I'm going to say, run. It says insert scratch diskette in drive. Press return when ready. So I'm going to do that. Now, when it says a scratch diskette, it really does mean one that is blank and that you hope will stay blank. At some point I'll film this really close up. It's really cool to see the little stepper motor go. So now it's formatting the disk on the drive that, of course, wouldn't read. Now that it's cleaned, it reads. And Pac Man is gone. Maybe I'll find it again somewhere. So, to summarize, what have we accomplished? I would say, oh, I can turn that off. that the rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip, but it doesn't have to be a Q-tip, it can be any sort of cotton swab. In cleaning the drive head, be gentle, and then don't be afraid to wipe off the excess residue. Oh, it is testing. It is formatted. It is doing a mechanical test. It is opening a write file, and it is writing to that write file. And we'll see. Anyway, as I said, this was supposed to be quick and short, and it was anything but. And did we get to see the Pac Man game or hear the Pac Man game? No, not at all. But this drive, it is writing data. So this drive is testing. I'm suspecting I will get out. Oh, it is reading. It is writing. No, it is not reading. It is reading data. Very exciting. Once in a while the head does move a little bit. Anyway, so this drive does appear to be passing. I suspect at some point I will be opening up now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other 1541s and giving them a nice cleaning. So it is read data, it is now scratching the file. It has scratched it, has then killed it. It is now going to track 35, it is now going to track 1, it is now going to track 35, it is now going to track 1, and this unit has passed the performance test. How joyful. Anyway, well, that was fun. I'm going to turn everything off. I'm going to go talk to Sheldon. And okay. It's funny, when you put a monitor on the floor where you need to step to turn out a light, it makes it some difficult. I hate stepping on cables. I hate it. And I am on one now. Okay, so yes, oh, now there's one stuck in my toe. Okay, so when you put things in the way, it makes it hard to get through things. So, everything is turned off here. As I said earlier, every journey, no matter how long, begins with one step. I'm not sure if this could be considered a step forward, because of the grand scheme of things, although maybe you know now that a 1541 has Phillips screws, and that you can use rubbing alcohol. If I had my glasses, I would tell you what percentage it is. To clean a disk drive head, but in terms of actually, organizing or getting rid of things, I now have a 1541 too that's open. The screws are on top of the monitor, which I'll try not to lose. I would say at best this is a step sideways. Or as they say, what is it? Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Until we meet again. Out you go, Sheldon. No, Sheldon, don't get on the cord. Don't get on the cord, Sheldon. Do not get on the cord. Good night, Sheldon.